Welcome back. I had a chance to record gameplay on Kalvalax. Miles, thank you so much for letting me do that. The reason why we're doing this is because there's a 10-time summoning event for him this weekend. Sacred Shards are going to start tomorrow, but if you wait 24 hours after those Sacreds start, you're going to have a 10 times on top of that 2 times for your Sacred to be able to get this champion. And it's going to run for a few days. So you might want to hold off and not summon in that first 24 hours and wait till it's a 2 times and a 10 times for this guy right over here. Let's get into the video and see if he's worth it. Here is the Kalvalax. It's in a relentless set. We have critical damage gloves, attack chest, speed boots. We're rocking attack here, critical damage again on the neck, accuracy for the banner. We do need accuracy to apply these poisons. And here are the total stats. 266 critical damage, 4,725 attack. And that's in Relentless, so that's pretty good. We are getting additional damage on the A3, which is where we get that damage based off of the amount of poisons that are up. So we're trying to see if we can get a good amount of poisons. We don't have it fully booked out in the A2 or the A1, but that's okay. We also have Helm Smasher. Plus, we're getting Sniper here, a 5% additional to apply a poison every time he takes a turn because we have a 50% chance to apply it on all the enemies out there. So that'll raise it to a 55. And then, of course, whenever we zone into a fight, we have a 100% chance to try and apply 4 poisons on each enemy out there. We don't have a Xavia in this account, which is good because I want to see what this guy can do on his own. If we bring in Xavia for poison explosions, I feel like it's just too much. We need to see how this guy functions by himself. We'll see what he can do in Arena with a Hegemon, who goes first. Also, he would be extremely strong with a Euros. Because once he has all these poisons up, Euros is going to come in and do that AoE, turn meter reduction, slow speed, and stun on a 3-turn cooldown. Okay, we just tried to apply. We've got poisons on everyone. Decrease defense and weaken up. What kind of damage are we going to get on this A3? It does increase based off of the amount of poisons, but it does it off of enemy max HP. So we're going to get way more damage off of this in something like Doom Tower Waves, where their HP is higher, and then on these bosses, the 2 side minions and the boss. We're going to see what kind of damage we can get there. I'm not super impressed with the damage he can do right here, but you got to remember, he's putting up all those poisons as well. So take into consideration the damage that we're at, the gear that we have on, because we're running Relentless gear, and then all the poisons that he's putting up. Okay, let's rerun this, where he can actually stay alive, right? And let's get an increased attack in here and see if it's really going to increase our damage. Bad El Khazar is increasing our damage by 20%. I didn't necessarily want to bring Bad El in here, but I wanted poisons. I wanted to get as many poisons as possible. Let's bring in Arbiter. So I did the same thing again just to test the damage, and he was dying. So I'm going to bring in Arbiter here to keep us alive, to get to the boss so we can see what kind of damage we're going to do on higher max HP enemies. And plus the increased attack, right? Let's see what we get here. Increased attack. Now, if I had him myself and I was able to put him in full Savage with critical damage or something like that, maybe we could get, well, we could definitely get more damage. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to clear a wave based off of this. With the increased attack, that's pretty good damage considering we've got all those, well, okay, 4 are his. 4 are his poisons. We've got all those poisons from everyone else, plus 20% additional from Bad El. I should have really taken Bad El out. But maybe that's making, let's just say that the 20% additional damage from Bad El Khazar is making up for the Savage. So even in a Savage set without Bad El, I think we're going to do about the same amount of damage. So we can't drop the wave. There's not really a lot of attack-based champions or any that can really just drop this wave. Seer can with buffs, right? But as far as other champions go, it's stage 24, so we can't drop these waves. But this is really good damage. He's just very fragile. And I don't know if it's better to make him like a tank, even though he's an attack-based champion. Just make him really tanky, so every turn he takes, he tries to apply a poison, and then when you zone in, he applies all these poisons. It could still be really fun. Eleanor, yes. Xavia, yes, of course. And then Doom Tower Waves with Euros, which I'm going to show you at the end with Euros going through there and stunning, slow speeding them in turn meter reduction. I think that's a really good play for him. Even still in Doom Tower Waves, I feel like he's going to need to be tankier and not full-on DPS like this. And then if you can, if we have a Xavia and just make her 300 and something speed, you don't have to worry about accuracy. Xavia can come into Arena and immediately do her A3 and do Poison Explosion. You do not need accuracy for Poison Explosion. And you can blow all those poisons up that he puts on right away. And he does put up poisons before Hegemon. We'll look at that in a minute. It's not a big thing because we're just applying poisons. We're not doing damage, so we can't take any of those accessory artifacts that would do stuns or sleep or any of that fun stuff. Those won't apply because he's not actually doing damage. He's just applying all those poisons. And he will do this, but we can come in there with 0 speed, super high accuracy. Here we go. It's fun. It's fun to zone in and see all these poisons get put up. So we're going to load them up. We're going to load up the boss. We're going to get our decreased defense and our weaken up. And we're going to see how much damage we can do on somebody with higher max HP. Because it should be more damage on that A3. And we got to increase attack as well. 50% additional attack, which should increase our damage by a lot. Okay, there's the A1 where we extended all those poisons. Great. And let's loop back around. Come on, what am I doing? I'm thinking about, do I need a weaken on someone? No, let's save that. We need to save that for a revive. This boss is going to light him up. He doesn't have a lot of HP, and I don't even think he has a lot of defense, so he does fall over very easily. Okay, here we go. Here's the A3. We've got lots of poisons up here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8. 9, 10, but that's full. We cannot do any more than 10 debuffs. So this is the most damage we could get on the ice golem. 299, 407. We did hit somebody for 407,000. I think it was the left minion. So strong. Very strong considering they're going to die from these poisons by just taking a turn anyways. They're going to take a turn and fall over because they have too many poisons on. That left one for sure. The boss is going to take poison damage here, which is great. It'll take him under those thresholds to give us that big heavy hit. He'll skip that, right? And we can just keep applying the pressure if we could stay alive. You see how fragile he is? I mean, that's attack-based champions. When you're trying to do attack-based champions against this guy, that's what usually happens. The biggest thing is he going to work for you? Is there somewhere you can see yourself really using this champion? That's the biggest thing about, right? That, that will determine, that's going to determine whether you want to chase after him this weekend or not, or at least open when it's a 10 times for him. So the first 24 hours, if you don't want this guy, summon then. And then if you want to have a chance to get him, wait that 24 hours from when the 2-time sacred starts, and then you'll have a 10 times chance to get him as well. I mean, I don't think it's that impressive, to be honest with you. If you were looking to get this guy because you thought he was going to blow up waves like Seer, I think we've pretty much proven it's going to be kind of difficult to do that. If you wanted to get him because you thought he was going to be somebody amazing in Arena, he's not going to be that amazing in Arena either. Even with 4 poisons on all the enemies out there and Xavia using her A3, you can nuke them down, and you can make a really fast Xavia still do decent damage since you don't have to worry about accuracy. But I don't think it's the play you need to do. I don't think it's not a mainstream thing, and it's not something you need to chase after to try to do. All right, we're going to go into Arena, and we're just going to show that he does apply his poisons before Hegemon takes a turn. But again, this doesn't do anything for us because Hegemon's still going to go. So we had an opposing Hegemon on the other team. We apply our poisons, and then the Hegemon's going to take a turn and take damage from those poisons, but it's not enough. Now, if you had 3 of these guys, well, we can only do 10 debuffs. So even if you had 3, we would get up 10 poison debuffs on the enemy, and then maybe 3 of these with 1 Hegemon, or 2 Hegemons with 1 of these. Now we're talking, right? 2 Hegemons, and then if the 2 Hegemons didn't kill, there'd already be poisons up to get some more damage. I just threw together a very random Doom Tower team just to make sure we have the control we need with Torment, with our Syl to get the stuns, to get provokes and freeze, and then we just kill the enemy with poisons. But it is fun, man. Look at that. That is fun to see that right when you zone in, they're loaded up with all these poisons. And unfortunately, this account does not have a Euros for me to show you what I'm talking about with Euros A2. If you have him, if you played him, you know what I'm talking about. If you've brought your Taurus in with your Euros and just 2-man stuff, or at least tried to, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. We could do this with him, but in this instance, I would make him very tanky. I would load him up with HP and defense and speed. I would have him come in and take turns so that he can try to apply additional poisons each turn, and then every wave he comes in, He's going to put up all those poisons, and then hopefully Euros A2 on a 3-turn cooldown will be ready to go. Stun everyone, slow speed everyone, and turn me to reduce them. And then keep doing that over and over, and then Euros can protect him with ally protection and strengthen. And then Euros will do provokes on his passive, will do poisons on his passive. It's a pretty strong combination to get you through waves or help you through waves. You don't need a 2-man. You could bring in Syl, you could bring in Vizix, but poisons do kill. Poisons kill Doom Tower waves very easily. Burns do and poisons. All you have to do then is CC them. They take their turns and they slowly die. We're on my account now, so I can show you Euros coming in here and doing what I'm talking about. Kalvalax would come in. Poisons would be up right away. But we could already do this with an epic, so I don't know how exciting this is. Okay, we've got a legendary that can now pair with Euros to do what an epic can already do very easily to make it through these Doom Tower waves. So let me know down below, what do you guys think about this champion? Are you going to chase after him? Do you have any other ideas of where we could play this guy? Is he good for other things in the game? And I forgot to mention his passive for when you take a poison debuff and you turn it into a regen. For something like the Nether Spider, isn't that amazing because it's on a 1-turn cooldown. So anytime you take all those poisons, it's not like he's going to turn all those poisons into regens and then he's going to solo it or even do really well at it. He's not that good against the Nether Spider because you come in there, you put up poisons on everyone, but the Spiderlings along with the boss, they don't take that much damage from poisons, and then he's just not really bringing a lot to the team. And he's not converting all those poisons that he's taking over to regens. Only one, and of course he's very fragile, so he's going to fall over easily to the boss. So let me know your thoughts on him down below. Are you going for him, and where else would you use him? Thank you so much for watching, guys, and all the support. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.